This is very exciting. I love this show. This is a David Simon show.
Yeah, it is.
You were in The Wire, another
Yep.
David Simon show. And you were fantastic in both. Fantastic in that, fantastic in this. You have a theory that rappers make great actors for a reason.
Yeah, because we're great liars.
Okay.
Period.
All rappers are liars.
With a straight face, too.
Okay, gotcha.
Absolutely. The best liars.
And where does the line come from? Is it essential to being a good rapper?
You know, I think it's people building themselves up to a point where, you know, they're gods. As a matter of fact, I remember Kanye West saying, I told you who I was.
Yeah.
I'm a god.
Right.
And that's exactly what it was.
So wait, are you telling me he might not actually be a god?
No, Kanye's a god.
Kanye is a god. Okay,
Kanye's
so
a
that's
god.
not lying.
Yes.
That's the straight truth.
Straight truth.
And you have a very unique haircut in this show, as we can see.
Yeah.
Inspired by?
Reverend Al Sharpton. Big up to Reverend Al.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you are playing a pimp in New York in the 70s, and
Yeah.
was this your idea? Did you say, I want an Al Sharpton look?
Kind of. Yeah. Well, you know, I didn't actually use the Al Sharpton reference, but it was kind of in that vein. I really wanted Ron O'Neal Superfly, but, you know, I needed somebody East Coast based, and Al Sharpton was the greatest target I could use right now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And obviously you live in New York. You're from Staten Island.
Yeah.
You grew up. Did you experience that Times Square at all when you were young?
Me and my dad, yeah, he would take me there on Easter to Times Square. I mean...
What? So that doesn't seem like where you would take a child on Easter.
Yeah, you know what? You're right,
Yeah.
but the way I remember it, I just remember the bright lights, the big city, the movie theater, how it actually looked like a theater where you could do a play or something at. It was like, for a young guy, a young kid, we didn't see the underbelly of it. We just saw the glamour and the glitz.
That's interesting
And that
because
was the
I think the first time I came here, I didn't notice the seediness at all either. You were so taken by the fact that it was New York City.
Right.
When you say movie theaters, so what were the things that your dad would take you to see? Would you guys remember?
Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Bruce Lee movies. I'm a big Bruce fan. Everybody that knows me knows I love Bruce. And I remember Godzilla versus Megalon. Come on. Godzilla fans in there? That's what he's saying.
And
yeah.
was your dad going because he knew you liked it, or did he also like it?
I believe he liked it, but I think it was more of a show-off thing because we both had on like these denim one-piece suits. Really tacky.
Really tacky?
Really tacky. And I don't know where he found one in my size, but we were twins that day.
That's great. That's really fun. It's like, it's Easter, let's get in our denim and go see Godzilla.
Go see Godzilla.
Just as the Bible tells you. So, this is the other great thing about New York, and someone like you, you're obviously part of this New York social scene, New York celebrity, and we've had so many people on this show since the election that have admitted they crossed paths with Donald Trump. You know, he was just here. He was everywhere. You actually got Donald Trump to record something for your album.
Yes, yes. Thanks to Russell Simmons. Russell is a friend of his, and Russell called in a favor because I just wanted a bunch of different cameos on my album saying, you know, where's this album at? Because it had really been 4 years since I dropped my first album.
Yeah.
So, you know, and Donald Trump dialed in and did Russell a favor. And, you know, him and Russell were really tight then. I think Russell said, I rebuke you, Satan, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is, if you were listening to a Method Man album, you would actually hear this on one of the tracks.
Hey, Method Man, this is Donald Trump, and I'm in Palm Beach, and we're all waiting for your album. Let's get going, man. Everybody's waiting for this album.
He's even lying there.
Yeah, that's much like a rapper. He's a liar.
He's a liar. Yeah, he's lying. Good to...
Yeah. But I do think there's something to be said about there is a similarity, I think, with Trump and rap, and there was something about his style that you were drawn to.
Which style is that?
Well, just like excess.
Oh, he doesn't give a
Yeah.
He doesn't give a Yeah, pretty much. And that is a credo in hip-hop, not to give a
If he could rhyme, I think he'd have an excellent rap career.
He doesn't have the voice. His voice is annoying. I think Melania would have a better career than
Melania,
him.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, we love white women.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
Melania, at the very least, could stand in the back in fatigues, just like one of those things. Yeah.
She's cute. I can't even front. Melania is very cute.
Yeah.